there are so many reasons why I got into teaching.
One of the best things is the light bulb moment.
When you see a pupil suddenly understand something, that's really, really special.
Every child is so full of potential, and the thing that makes me proudest to be a teacher is seeing them realise what they are capable of.
I don't think any other job can give you the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search Apply to Teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005 with over 3 million downloads. You are listening to Gamer Tag Radio with your hosts Godfrey, Pete Rock, Paris, Pasta.
Welcome to Gamer Tag Radio, episode 456. Here's your host, Godfrey. And this week we have the regular co-host of Gamer Tag Radio. Let's start off with Patrick, a.k.a. Poston J.
Hey. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good, man. What's up with you?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying my freezing Georgia weather in my nice warm room, my podcasting outfit, which is, I guess, snoozing gear, I guess you would call it. But yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Ready to finish podcasting because Call of Duty comes out tonight at midnight. And
oh, you're going to be buying that?
I am, actually. I'm kind of excited. This whole day zero, 24-hour early thing is enough of a marketing gimmick to get me out the door. So,
nice.
Props to Activision.
All right, and also we have Paris. Hey, Paris. What's going on?
Halo 2 on Legendary is not a joke. It's not a game.
Those snipers will destroy you. They will. That brings up bad memories, man. I feel for you.
We should talk about that in a few minutes, Paris.
Oh, no, we absolutely should talk about that in a few minutes.
Right, cool. All right, guys, head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments, feedback, and, send us your questions and all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So we could continue with the fan mail section on every episode. Email us, fanmail@gamertagradio.com, or give us a call, 786-273-7GTR. That's 786-273-7GTR. During next week's episode of Gamer Tag Radio, we're going to be reviewing Halo Master Chief Collection. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a pretty good episode, man. So we have a lot of things to talk about that game, man. So, but we have been, streaming already like for a couple of days, and pretty soon we're going to be streaming to the multiplayer part of the game too. So stay tuned. Make sure to go check out our Twitch channels, and hit us up on Twitter, and we'll definitely let you know when we're going to be live streaming and everything. So the other night, the other day, I was talking to Paris. I'm like, look, man, let's do something pretty cool. We weren't allowed to stream certain levels of the game, and why not try to play Halo 2 Gravemind on solo Legendary? Paris was like, dude, you're crazy. That level is pretty tough, man. And I'm like, all right, we'll see. Let's stream it. We get the viewers, chanting us and helping us, pass this level, giving us tips and everything. And they were giving us updates on what was going on, like on my end or Paris. So they were switching channels, or they were watching at the same time. That was pretty cool. So, Paris, you want to talk about that, man? Our live stream experience of Halo, the Master Chief Collection?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, it was pretty fun. We basically were playing the Gravemind level, and the challenge was to see who would be able to finish it first. Danny won, so congrats to Danny on that.
It was very close, though. Yeah. Very, very close.
Well, no,
you were winning.
It wasn't actually, and I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just letting people know what happened. I didn't even get out of the first room because I basically got to that last checkpoint, and I ran out of ammo. I was on one side of the room. All the ammo was on the other side of the room. And I had a whole bunch of brutes and grunts in between. And it was just suicide. I basically would have had to start over to be able to get past it. It was a no-win situation at that point. But I was stubborn, and I was like, screw that. I'm going to figure this out. And I got close once, but I still died. And when people told me Danny just got out of the door, I said, forget it. And I conceded. And like, he won. I'm not even going to try and catch up at this point because I was stuck on that part for 45 minutes. It was insane. Oh, because I was
for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're playing for 2 hours, and I got that last part for 45 minutes. It was insane. So I said, forget it.
Well, here's the tip. Here's the tip, though. I was looking for the last enemy. I couldn't find them, dude. I was walking around. I was like, where is this enemy? I couldn't find them, and I switched to the classic mode, and I found them like hiding right in the corner, just looking at me. And right there, I shot him. And thank God that I switched to the old school mode. If not, I would have found that enemy at all, man. So, yeah, it was cool. It was a great experience. I think we're going to be doing that a lot more, especially with the multiplayer. We're going to be doing that very, very soon. So,
yeah, that's the way. And obviously, we'll give our full impressions on the Master Chief Collection next week. But just overall, as far as just Twitch and streaming, we definitely have to start doing that more. It's an avenue we haven't really explored, and I, for the most part, I've been digging it. Like I said, just over the last week, I have some streams up of Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 1, just going through the game, the levels that we're allowed to stream. So that's been pretty interesting. Obviously, before that, we did a little bit on Sunset Overdrive. So I just think in the future, it's definitely something we want to keep doing.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll still be blessed and be able to get some games early so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what's to come before you actually go out and spend your money. I think that's the key to all this. If we're able to get games early and we can put them up on Twitch and stream them so you guys can see them before you actually put your money down, then you can make a more educated decision on your purchase versus just hearing what we have to say. You can actually see it.
Definitely. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We're probably going to be reviewing more goodies in the future. So that's going to be fun. But one of the things, too, I like about the whole Twitch thing is we were getting a lot of like people that have never heard of Gamertag Radio, and they, subscribe to the show, which is cool. And they want to know more feedback about the game. So, shout out to all the new listeners that found us through Twitch, and the old listeners, too, that were there watching it, last minute. So, and also shout out to 343 Industries, BS Angel and everybody over there. They were also promoting the stream on Twitter. So that was pretty cool of them to do that, man. So awesome, man. So let's go with the next topic, man. Poston, I know you hit us up on the chat and you're very, very excited for the new Call of Duty game.
I am, actually.
You didn't even mention much like throughout the year, and even at E3, we're like, oh, it's cool. But now that the game is coming out, well, actually, by the time everybody listens to the show, it's already out.
Yeah.
You seem very, very hype about the game.
Yeah, I got to say, I've been a lifelong Call of Duty fan. I'm sure I've said this a million times since the first one. Fell off, like most people did the last couple of years. Too many things distracting me. But I got to say, what they have to show and what I've seen on like Twitch plays and like IGN's covering the game bit by bit, it just looks like the game I need right now to fill like what's missing in my Xbox One library. Like I just want a dedicated FPS competitive game, and obviously I'm getting Halo and have a ton of fun with that, but just everything about the new Call of Duty just seems to like hit all of the marks for me.
Yeah.
Visually it looks fantastic. The storytelling looks off the charts. They got Troy Baker and Kevin Spacey, and I'm sure it'll be a great ride. The multiplayer looks well put together. Obviously, a lot of comparison we made to Titanfall's movement system. I think that's a good thing. I think the more agile you are in a multiplayer shooter, I think that's the way we should be going. And, point is, the movement system, it works from what I've seen. It looks fun. It looks fluid. The map design looks solid as always. I don't know. It's just like, I got to give them credit that they had all of this attention focused on them, because after the response that Ghost got last year and people were worried, will Call of Duty recover from that kind of bad PR? Everything I've seen so far, it just points towards this is a solid, well put together, good shooter. I'm not expecting to be blown away. If I am, even better. But as far as what I'm looking forward to November, it's a lot of first-person shooters on Xbox, and this one's getting out, like I said, 24 hours early, so you can pick it up, obviously, by the time you hear this, but putting it out a day early, even be able to get it, midnight Sunday, that's cool. I've never been able to do something like that before. So, I gotta say, I'm excited to give it a shot. it looks like a fun time. I mean, Call of Duty's really never burned me too badly, but this looks like I could be playing this for a good couple of months between that and Halo and alternating between other big things coming out this month. But yeah, I didn't see myself buying this when I saw it at E3. Earlier, we got that behind closed doors demo. I kind of went, oh, okay, that's neat. But yeah, it's just the more I see, it just seems like this could be the game I wanted. You know, I guess the last couple of years, you know, haven't really done anything for Call of Duty wise for me. But this one, Sledgehammer seems to put together a great game. I'm really excited for whatever Treyarch's going to whip up, hopefully next year. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, I got to say. And I think I'm going to try Twitch streaming the game too, just because you've got me turned on to that idea. It looks exciting. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to do some of that this week, get it up on the site. But yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait to shoot some people in the face because, you know, hasn't got old the last 14 Call of Duties. It won't probably get old this one either.
Well, I have two questions. One is, are you getting this digital or physical? No,
I debated on that for a while, actually. Okay. Originally, I was going to do digital for the convenience factor, but it came down to, I can technically get the game 3 hours earlier from the store because I have to wait till 3 a.m. To download the game tonight. So
I heard it was going to come out midnight. That's what I heard.
Really? Because like the last I said it was midnight Pacific time. So maybe they changed it to match.
Maybe. Well, I know for Halo, I know for Halo is coming out midnight Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. For Halo, it's officially that.
But it really came down to long-term value because I had bought Shadow of Mordor digitally. I'm enjoying that, but kind of regret it at the same time because I can see the end game of like, I could have beaten this and traded it and gotten some money for it. So Call of Duty is the same way because it is a multiplayer-based game, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be paying for live until I switch back over to play PSN start of next year. So actually, I went physical because I may not keep this game 6 months from now, but it'll be a fun 6 months regardless. So that's the way I looked at it. It's just Halo is definitely worth my hard drive space. I'll definitely get that digitally, but Call of Duty, because it is unknown, I'm going to go with the physical just in case it's not everything I thought it'd be. I can still get some of my money recouped back from selling it. So that's what I looked at.
All right. Well, here's one thing I want to ask you about. You're a huge fan of the whole zombie game, right? Game mode for the game.
Honestly, not the biggest fan in the world.
No? Okay, but I want to give you. I want to give you feedback on it.
I know what you're talking about, and it's kind of like I rolled my eyes.
But let me say what it is because nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. So I read this online that the zombies, of course, for those that are huge fans of the zombie mode in Call of Duty, you know, it's coming back. But the only way it's coming back is via DLC season pass. I think that's kind of...
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You're totally changing my opinion of the game right now. I thought it was just an unlockable mode that was hidden away. If that's DLC, then I want nothing to do with it.
Okay, well, that's what I read. You could go to Polygon.
I think it's overplayed. That was Treyarch's baby. They did a great job, but I feel like it kind of peaked with Black Ops 2. It's like, what else can you do with this concept? So
they should have just left that in the game. Like, why have it separate?
I don't know.
Only if you download the season pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like that whole idea at all.
I mean, I know I'm definitely in the minority of Call of Duty fans and that, like, I really have no interest in any of the DLC for the game. I'm fine with what the base that comes with it because I think it's a good enough value, depending on how fun it is. But yeah, I mean, you know, being bombarded by, hey, why have you not paid $50 for the season pass or gotten the $99 hard and digital pro Edge and Extra Edition and just all the crazy marketing that goes along with, you know, just wanting to play a shooter. So that's the future we live in. That's unfortunate to hear that that's most likely DLC. But again,
I'm disappointed with that part.
I'm disappointed, but I don't care, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, don't copy what Treyarch's doing.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You're listening to Gamer Tag Radio.
All right, so let's talk about with Paris, man. Paris, have you been playing Destiny at all?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I have not played Destiny. Wait, no, that's a lie. I played it one day after I got the Halo Master Chief Collection. I've not played it since.
Okay.
And it really had started to only become a thing of I would do the weekly strike, I would do the nightfall strike, and on Friday nights as a group we get together and do the raid. I basically have just become a raid farmer because I'm completely maxed out. Unless I have raid gear, I can't go to level 30.
Yeah.
So I kind of consciously feel like I want to take a break for a few weeks from Destiny.
Until the DLC comes out?
Yeah, and then right before the DLC comes out, I'll get back into it again and obviously, go through that raid and all that kind of stuff. But, I've said it before, I'll say it again, especially playing Bungie's old games. But Bungie got to get it together, man. They got to with the story and everything. They got to get it together. They got to get it together with the story, and they got to get it together with the content, or people are just going to start playing other games, and they're going to put Destiny.
Let's talk about that though, Paris, because news came out that the new DLC is coming out, I believe, December 9th. And everybody's been excited about this DLC for a very long time. New content, strike missions, all that good stuff. And. We've been knowing about this whole exclusive deal with PlayStation for a very long time. I believe they were getting like an extra strike mission and everything like that with this new DLC. But for the Xbox owners that have the game, they're not going to be getting that until a year later. We knew about this because Bungie been informing about this from a very, very long time. And usually when there's marketing deals like this, with let's say with PlayStation and Bungie, or with, let's say, Microsoft with the whole Call of Duty Activision, there's always a time exclusive, maybe for like a month, but I've never heard anything for like a year. That's a very, very long time. And that's the first time, first time that a company had put down a lot of money for this type of game, DLC and stuff. So, a lot of Xbox owners got really mad and they were complaining that this is Bungie's fault. And honestly, Bungie just made the game. These deals that has nothing to do with them at all. This is more the publisher, Activision, and Sony. But at the same time too, that's part of the business. I don't see like any issues with this at all. You know what I'm saying? If Microsoft are going to be doing that, or Nintendo, hey, more power to them. They have the money. That's part of the business, and let support which one you think will have like the most content. If you feel like the Sony is the one, PlayStation 4 version, go buy that. You know what I'm saying? But, a lot of Xbox owners are really extremely pissed. Like some of them I think we're getting like their money back from Amazon, I believe, or from Microsoft, I think.
Yeah, and then now they're getting completely banned for that because they were lying about why they wanted their money back. They were saying, certain things in the game weren't working, which they were. So those people this is all on Reddit, so I don't know how 100% true this is, but those people have been banned from Xbox Live now for lying about that.
Thread.
But to go on what you're saying, I look at it a couple ways. I understand the frustration from an Xbox owner of seeing that PlayStation owners are getting extra strikes, they're getting extra multiplayer maps, extra gear, all that kind of stuff. Like I have some exotic gear that's exclusive on PlayStation that Xbox owners can't have. So I understand that. But I will also say this was known information prior to launch. So you knew this before launch. Now I understand not everybody's going to pay attention to that information, so it may be new to them. And for those people, I can sympathize. But if you knew about this prior to launch, you really don't have a complaint, in my opinion. I'll say this, that influenced my decision for wanting to have it on the PlayStation because in my eyes, the PlayStation had the most content. So I'm going to get on PlayStation because I know I got an extra strike on there. I know there's extra gear on there. And I knew with the DLC, they were also going to have an extra strike and more gear down the road. So I'm going to play it on PlayStation for that simple fact so I can experience it when it comes out. So
and that's gonna help you to level up even quicker than Xbox owners. I believe so.
Right.
But I knew that part too, but I still bought the Xbox version because for me, this is only my opinion. I'm not saying this is truly like a fact or anything, but for me, I felt like I feel like I was more comfortable with the Xbox One version. I play both, I have both games here for both systems, but I felt like the Xbox version, I wanna invest in more on that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Can I make a side note on this? Has nothing to do with Destiny at all, but just since you're bringing up the controllers, I'm going to say right now, for the record, I prefer the PlayStation 4 controller over the Xbox One for one reason and one reason only. The bumper buttons suck. I hate them. I absolutely hate them on the Xbox One. Playing Halo and trying to use those bumper buttons, I don't like them.
Okay.
PlayStation, no problem.
Okay, that's fine.
I agree.
Cool.
I do not like those bumpers at all.
All right, cool. But I thought it was also the touchpad too, Paris.
No.
No one's really done anything cool with it yet.
No. I'm giving you the equivocal reason why. Like the fact that I've been heavily gaming on the Xbox One recently, and I've been heavily gaming on the PlayStation 4. I have a fair comparison of both. Control wise, this is my opinion now. Even I have no issue with that. The controls are fine on Xbox One, but man, those bumper buttons, dude. Ugh. Like basically, I have it mapped on Halo where I melee is the right bumper. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Like I'm actually cringing from when multiplayer jumps off and I melee because I think I'm gonna die because it's not gonna work right and I'm gonna be mad.
Awesome, man. Cool. Let me ask you, man. Have you guys been trying out the Evolve Big Alpha?
I haven't. I have it downloaded, but I haven't played it yet.
Man, I don't know. Like, I played it. Maybe it's because it's alpha. I don't know. I wasn't.
Is it rough? Really?
It's very. How I say this, man? Like, I felt like it was very unbalanced
towards humans or the monster.
Just the humans.
They're too overpowered.
Yeah. Like my team. Like the first time I played. First of all, it took forever to load. Like it was taking forever for some weird reason, and the alpha just came out like that the first day.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined a random room, and we're going after the monster, and the monster was like maybe not even level 2, and we killed him. I'm like, that's it? Really? Like I don't know. It was just too quick. I don't know if somebody knew like a way to kill it faster or something, or it was
the monster could have been terrible. I mean, there's always
that too. But I don't know. I feel like it was unbalanced. That was only my first try. I will give it a chance again, but I don't know. Like I felt like during E3, I had a better time playing the game. Maybe because it was all set up and ready for us to play. This one was, at home, waiting to, looking for some players, and it was taking forever to load, and I was just not impressed, like compared to E3.
That's really disappointing because I was really excited to try it, but I kept slipping my mind all weekend. Yeah. And then I hop on today and it's like, oh, the PlayStation 4 beta or alpha doesn't work. That's because I only signed up for that one. I didn't want to cheat and say, hey, I want both of them. I picked PS4.
It's live now. I believe you need to download a 54 megabyte patch required in order to play the game.
All right. Well,
I'll try it. It just went live like for a couple of days, and I think they're gonna take it down on Tuesday. So try it out. PlayStation 4.
Throw the shot.
Yeah. So speaking of PlayStation, have you guys already tried out that new update 2.0? Yeah. I want to get your thoughts because I haven't had a chance to update mine because I moved to a new place and I have cables and stuff still here. So I just want to get your feedback on and your thoughts about this new update.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing major of an overhaul, but it streamlines things. So, like, I guess one of the biggest complaints people had is your library that extends left and right. It would just go infinitely, and you couldn't really, like, organize it at all. They still won't let you organize it, but at least it's like now they cut it down to 15 titles, and you can, like, say, I only show this many and don't show all of them. And so it kind of reduces the clutter if you have a lot of games. I guess the themes is kind of the big part of it. You can now customize your background, but there's only like 5 to pick from, and one of them's Call of Duty, one of them's Destiny, and 3 of them are like little ambient things. Yeah. They're cool. None of them are bad. Certainly it's better to look at than that blue you've been staring at for 8-10 a year now. Almost crazy. Nothing really other than that jumped out at me. I think they added more voice command features because the game prompted me to say, hey, look, we've added more voice commands. I'm like, hey, I don't use that. Thanks. I told that to go away. But I like it. I don't, again, it's nothing huge, but as far as making things easier to find, it's nice.
SharePlay? What about SharePlay?
I haven't messed around with that, to be honest with you. I've never really messed around with
Paris,
it since
would
like
you?
the day it launched.
Did you mess around with that? I believe you did.
No, I told you offline I hadn't yet. I have the update and everything, but I haven't had a chance to do the share play. I mean, quite honestly, we've been reviewing a certain game, so that's what I've been doing. I haven't been doing anything else.
I know.
Oh, and I've been playing Titanfall.
I don't do it.
I'm in Xbot now, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I think you're Emerald, right?
Drinking
You're
that emerald juice.
Emerald juice. But it's cool. Okay, hopefully.
But then
next
I'll
time-
give you this. The one. Okay,
Yeah.
remember this. The one cool thing it does do is Destiny had this problem where the players met on PlayStation does not apply to Destiny at all. Now they have a thing that says players met in the session you're in right now. So it groups everybody that you're playing with into like one little side menu, so you don't have to like manually go and like into their profile and add them and message. So it helps with finding friends if nothing else. So
That's cool.
Pretty
That's
neat.
cool. But I want you guys to try out SharePlay because I've been hearing a lot of like great feedback from like a lot of other people, So make sure to try it out next time.
Yeah. Let's be clear on that. Just from all the feedback that I've seen so far, I mean, SharePlay seems to be working pretty good. So a lot of people seem to really like it. Some people would even say, "Oh my God," in all caps, it's a game changer.
Okay, well, why is it a game? Okay, in your opinion, Paris, why do you think that people are saying that this is a game changer?
No, it very well could be in the sense.
And for those that don't know, can you explain what SharePlay is for those that don't know?
If I'm playing a game, matter of fact, when we were doing the Twitch stream and I was struggling in the Legendary, a few people gently suggested, "Man, this guy needs SharePlay."
ouch.
No, but SharePlay is basically like let's just say I'm playing Uncharted and I'm struggling to get through a certain section of it. I could hit up Poston, like, "Hey, Poston, can I invite you into my game and you take over the controls and get me past this level so I can keep playing?" Sure. So I bring him in. I'm still actively, see everything he's doing, but he can
Spectator,
jump in
as a
and-
spectator.
Yeah, I can spectate, and he can now control and play the game. I believe it's only in 720p when you do it that way. Remote play, I don't think it does it at 1080p, but sounds like it's pretty much lag free and very playable over the internet and works
That's good.
just fine. So
I think that's awesome.
I think it's fantastic. I think the potential down the road of what that brings to gaming, this, like you said, this quote unquote shared experience by having other people in the game with you and they can basically just remotely take it over. Yeah, it is kind of a game changer in a way. You don't think Microsoft eventually is going to do this? Of course they are. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I see that.
I gotta say, I'm reading about it right now, and it is kind of changing my opinion. That is a pretty cool feature, but I guess I need to try it versus.
Oh, so that means
like.
once like right now I have Halo and Pasta doesn't have Halo. Hey, Pasta, you know what? I'll let you play Halo for a bit. Here,
That
check
would
it
be
out.
cool, right?
Yeah, and that's the potential of it is you can let your buddies try a game out that they're curious about. Like from my perspective,
I think it's a great promotional tool. I think so.
It really is. It really is. So, dude, we're in the next gen now. That this is the kind of next gen features that we've been talking about for years, and we're finally starting to see them. So yeah, I am excited about it.
Awesome.
I feel like I want to license myself out now to help people through tough parts of games.
It's going to happen.
That
That's
sounds
gonna-
fun.
Boston-
I'm taking that challenge right now.
Boston, there you can have an eBay channel and you can just hire yourself out. It's going to happen.
Per hour.
A new business is opening right now.
Boston's going to be on Craigslist. So
for work. Yeah. Oh my God! You see him with sitting in his couch with his drinks and everything ready, and the controllers.
Yep.
But all jokes aside, I mean, think about it. Just real quick on that. Again, let's say you wanted to get all platinum trophies on something, but you're struggling on getting a certain one. Poston knows how to do it. He knows the way to do it. He can easily do it. I'm not saying you're charging someone, but hey, Poston, can you go play this part for me so I can get that platinum trophy? Sure, I'll come in and do it. But
$100.
Yeah. No.
I'm messing with you.
But you get the potential of what I'm saying. I mean,
I hear that. Yeah.
that's what
that
people
is
can
cool.
start doing now. So they can go after achievements, all that, just get past that one level that's sticking to them so they don't have to deal with it anymore. Those are kind of things that are going to happen. So I am excited about it.
Cool. So if we get Uncharted, the new Uncharted next year, early, I'll let you guys play. And I'll rent you guys the game.
I'll rate you guys the game, and I'll make the game and the site look good by playing it good.
Yeah, right. Awesome, man. Oh, by the way, I'm excited for this. I heard that the Atari ET documentary comes out November 20th on Xbox Live.
Oh,
The untold story.
you just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
If people have not watched that Halo 2 documentary,
Isn't
really,
that good?
really good.
I've
Watch
been hearing
it.
some hype for it.
You got to watch it.
And it's free.
I very much enjoyed that. Really, really good.
Yeah. Like, once you see that, you could, man, like, I appreciate Halo so much more, man. After watching that documentary, like, it's so well done, man. So well done. And it brings back a lot of memories, things that we forgot, like, about the game. Like, it basically changed online gaming forever. All these games that you guys playing now, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Destiny, Titanfall, everything. It's not only first-person shooters, but just gaming overall. Halo 2 changed gaming, period.
And remember what Phil Spencer said during that documentary. If it wasn't for, and he was talking more of Halo 1, but if it wasn't for Halo, the Xbox would have failed. The Xbox wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Halo. That's how big of an impact those first two games had on what we have now. Halo made the Xbox, and Halo 2 made Xbox Live. It's just without question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go watch it. Highly recommend it. It's totally free.
One disappointment I had about that documentary, though. I mean, obviously they had.
Oh, sorry. Well,
No. Hear me out. I mean, obviously they had Frankie. They had had a lot of the ex Bungie guys that are now at 343.
Ooh, is Marty not there?
No, Marty showed up. Up in there. But they didn't have Jason Jones now. They had an old clip of Jason Jones talking about it, but they
from like 2004 or something.
But they
like that.
didn't get Jason Jones currently or more current Bungie guys that were around back then. I found that a little disappointing because especially Jason Jones, he could have added. And for those who don't know who Jason Jones is, he owns Bungie. He's the founder of Bungie, but to get his insight on some of the struggles that they had during the development process would have been fascinating to have in there. So I really wish he would have been a part of it. So that was too bad.
I wonder it's because they don't want to like promote Bungie like that anymore. I think that has something to do with it.
I think so too. I really do.
That doesn't make any sense though. Like,
I mean, look, that game was very like it was very important in gaming. Like, even if you're not an Xbox fan or not, I think that I think it's a very
the industry would be completely different if Halo never existed.
Yeah, exactly.
If there was never an Xbox, if we were still a Sony Nintendo wars to this day, can you even imagine how different it would be?
Yeah,
online gaming, we'd probably be in 2014. We'd probably be at where online gaming was in 2005.
Yep,
I think that's how big of an impact Xbox Live had on console online gaming.
Man,
I mean,
do you remember the matchmaking for the first time?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Think about it. If it wasn't for Max Holberman, who's now the head of Certain Infinity, but if it wasn't for him, he created matchmaking.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist if it wasn't for him. Everything would be completely different. We still have serverless. That's where we'd be at right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. Huge, man, crazy.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You were listening to Gamer Tag Radio.
Let's talk about this, Paris, because I know the day that we posted a review of Sunset Overdrive, like that morning, the news was like breaking news: Xbox One $350 for the holidays. Doesn't matter which bundle you get, or even if you get it with without a game or just the regular Xbox bundle, the console will be $350. If you decide to get the Call of Duty version, which I believe has 1 terabyte, that one is $450. Huge move from Microsoft. I was not expecting for them to do, like, I knew they were planning to have like some type of promotion for the holidays because, even Michael Pachter a couple weeks ago, he gave us hints that, Microsoft were planning to do something pretty big for the holidays. I was not expecting a price drop temporarily, like just for 2 months.
Yeah.
So I just want to get your thoughts on both Paris and Possum about this major move from them.
I'll just say real quick, it's what Microsoft has to do. I applaud them for doing this because, again, you're in second place. You're trying to catch up to the leader. These are the kind of moves that you do. To get an Xbox One at $350 with the game, that's an insane value.
Even two or more.
Yeah. It's an insane value right now to be able to get that at that price. So, I applaud them for doing that. I know it's only during the holidays. I personally think even after the holidays, you'll still be able to find it for $350 if you go to certain retailers. But
you think so?
Hey, it's my opinion.
Okay.
Right? You can't argue about it. No, but I just think Microsoft is basically soft booting this thing at $350, and there's already rumors of a slim Xbox One coming next year. So I think by E3 next year, it'll probably permanently be $350. But the point I'm trying to make is Microsoft is making their move now. They see that they have some exclusive titles this holiday where Sony, other than Little Big Planet 3, doesn't, Drive Club with the fiasco that is. They're lowering the price. They're going after consumers, and they're trying to build that brand loyalty now so that by the time we get to next holiday, when the real showdown comes, they're going to have a lot more penetration into the market with people having Xbox Ones in their homes. So that's what they're trying to do right now. The bigger question I have, what is Sony going to do? I understand they're the leader. They're the more powerful hardware. We totally
They don't need to do anything. They don't need to do anything.
I think they do. Danny, I honestly think they do. I think standing pat with Little Big Planet 3 this holiday, they're not going to win November. If they do, that GIF I sent you the other day is what Microsoft is going to be doing. They're going to be drinking heavily because at that point, I don't know what they can do. I think the battle going into next spring and especially into next E3, Sony's going to have to do something. I don't know if financially they can lower the price of the PlayStation 4. The problem they have right now is what game could you potentially even bundle with them that's going to get people excited? Grand Theft Auto 5, maybe? Far Cry 4?
Destiny.
That's what I'm saying.
Destiny.
They've already done Destiny. So I don't know what they could do in the short term to combat what Microsoft is doing right now, other than continue to market that they're the more powerful piece of hardware and they're the leader in the clubhouse. That's what they got going for them right now. Whereas what you see Microsoft doing, they're being very aggressive. And I just think this will play out a lot differently next year if Sony stands pat. That's all.
Like, I can't see them doing it, having a bundle like with The Order. Like, I can't see that at all. I see it, of course, with Uncharted, that for sure. That's like their biggest title for next year,
They can do it for Bloodborne, but that's a pretty hardcore fan.
That's more niche. Yeah, it's more.
Yeah, it's more niche. That's more for like the hardcore crowd. I don't see this like Destiny. That's for like everyone because it's more mainstream too.
I mean, think of it this way. Next holiday, it's pretty safe to say Microsoft at a minimum is going to have Halo 5, Quantum Break, and Tomb Raider for the holiday.
Well, you read the stuff I sent you?
No, I know, but we'll see. I mean, we're just stuff that we know is what I'm saying.
That we know.
We know Sony has Uncharted.
Well, should I talk about it very quick? Should I mention it very quick to see? I mean, this is not. I haven't listened to the podcast yet, but
that's why I kind of didn't want to bring it up because I hadn't listened to it myself, so I don't know how much of it is accurate.
Well, they said that Phil Spencer talks that he had an interview with Michael Pact, I was going to say, with Major Nelson on his podcast. And I copied this straight from NeoGAF. So I haven't, it's not 100%, but I'm going to check it out later on. So Phil talks about how they moved on for the holiday 2015 and E3 2015. He said that next fall will be crazy and doesn't even know how they will ship all these games that they are planning for fall. He said it was possible that they might have to move some games so it wouldn't be overcrowded during the holiday season next year. I mean, if that's true, that is kind of crazy and insane for them to have so many games for the holidays, and Sony's just been kind of quiet, when it comes to that, unless they probably going to have announcements during their community event they're going to have in Vegas. I heard they're going to have Uncharted for the first time, gameplay footage and stuff. So I hope they announce some big things it's not an E3 event, but I hope they announce a lot of stuff for for spring and maybe hints for the holidays during that event. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. All right. I believe there was one voicemail last week. We didn't have a chance to play it. So I'm going to play it right now. Paris, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I forget.
The indie one?
Yeah, well, yeah. You know what?
All right, let's
just go ahead and play it. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to play it right now.
Hey, what's going on, Gamer Tag Radio? This is Jacob giving you guys a call from Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, just listening to the most recent show. I don't know if you're going to play this or anything. I don't know the actual date of the date, but in regards to the dude, I think he was from North Carolina as well, that left the message talking about like indie games and whatnot and purchasing, next generation consoles, focus on indie games. I mean, I'm going to have to disagree with Paris and agree with that caller, because I feel him 100% there, where I feel what you're saying, what you guys.
All right, so we're back. Paris, what'd you think? That was strictly for you. I know he couldn't finish the whole voicemail. I think it got cut, but, go for it.
I just honestly say go back to my comments 2 weeks ago. It doesn't change anything that I said 2 weeks ago. I mean, you can still get a next-gen console. You can still have indie games that can be considered a next-gen experience. Just because it's an independent studio doesn't change the fact that they're giving you something that you couldn't have had in the previous generation. Period. No, I'll keep going back to it. No Man's Sky. Until I'm proven wrong, I'll still say No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is an indie title. Below is an indie title.
Ori.
Yeah, is an indie title that's on a next-gen platform, and it's doing next-gen-y type things.
Yeah. I think when people hear, like, indie, they're probably thinking about, like, those games that horrible music, like, the graphics is like, and it's, like, maybe slow. But I'm telling you, I play some indie games that is, like, very impressive. Like, wow. It feels very next-gen. Yeah. And it's a totally different experience that I never had from, the past consoles, so for all three systems, Wii U, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. So
yeah, but here's the other part of that as well. And I think we should just stop talking about this because we're just going in circles, but we're still in the early days of this console cycle. The games are coming. It takes time for developers to make these AAA games that you're expecting to see. They're coming. We know next year we're getting a boatload of games. We're starting to get those games that you want, that people are excited about. So it's really a thing of just being patient, what it really comes down to, because next year you're going to see some amazing titles come out that you're going to start wondering, can you afford to play them all versus am I not having enough? That's what it's going to be next year. So I would just say, just be patient. The games are coming and we're all going to have fun being gamers.
Yeah. Speaking of 2015, I mean, there's so many games coming out next year. Are you guys going to be really, really picky on which games you're going to buy? Because there are going to be so many games next year.
Yeah, I'm very picky. I've always been picky on the games that I get. I try to do as much research as possible. And obviously, we get some games for review, so I understand our situation is different than the average consumer. But when I actually spend my money, I don't just run out and get something off of hype. I need to know for a fact if this is something I want to play. I'll tell you the perfect example. If I were to just listen to the hype and picked up Sunset Overdrive, I'd be pissed right now. So that's an example of a game that a lot of people love that is something that I wouldn't particularly like. So, for example, something like that, that's where Twitch comes in. I can actually watch people playing the game. I can look at the video reviews. I can do my research before I actually run out and spend $60 on it. Something like Halo 5, I would trust 343. It's Halo. It's a proven brand. I would just spend my $60 on it and go get it.
Okay. What about you, Pawson?
It depends. I'd like to say I'm as picky as Paris, but sometimes if it's the new hot thing, I just want to play the new hot thing. Next year's tough. It seems like between the role-playing games and the action-adventure games and even some of the shooters, most of the games that I'm interested in next year are like games that you play for like quite a while. Because, a lot of people complain that too many AAA titles are too short because all of the money is spent on their creation and they don't have the resources to make the epic 40-hour game that you want.
Yeah.
But that's why I turn to games like The Witcher or even things like Bloodborne, which I know will be difficult because it's a difficult game and I'm terrible at those Demon Style games.
Metal Gear early next year?
If that's true, I am really, really excited. I would not expect it that soon. I would have thought for sure it's a holiday thing. But yeah, that's a no question pickup. Once I played the Ground Zeroes demo, I was like, sold. This is next gen Metal Gear. I'm all on board.
Hey, call it the Ground Zeroes demo.
It is a demo. I mean, I wouldn't have paid money for it. I've been upset if I had bought that. So I borrowed it from a friend, enjoyed playing it. I actually played it the night before we went to E3 this year just because I wanted to see Phantom Pain that badly. And it's amazing. I'm sure it'll be great. But I don't know. I definitely know the games I'm getting for sure. All the big major ones, but I want to see more of the things that we don't know so much about, things that are only kind of, to be announced 2015, holiday 2015. So yeah, as far as like early year, like February especially is going to brutalize my wallet because there's so many amazing games coming out in February. Hopefully they spread them out enough where they're not all clustered together, but we'll see. I mean, so far, I'm already spending way more money than I want to think about in the next 3 months. So thinking about next year is woof. So,
okay,
we'll see. Cool.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's been a great episode. Lots of topics this week, man. So remember this. Episode 457, all about Halo. It's going to be a totally crazy show. Lots of things to talk about. And it's going to be very, very interesting. So make sure to be on the lookout. Most likely will be coming on very, very soon. I can't say when, but it's very, very soon. Just keep on the lookout on Twitter, and I'll let you know when it's going to be live. So make sure to subscribe or download our free Gamertag Radio app so you guys could get it as soon as possible. All right. Head over to gamertagradio.com. Post your comments and feedback, and also listen to our past episodes. We love getting feedback from you guys about our older episodes and stuff. So give us a call, 786-273-7GTR. That's 786-273-7GTR. Or email us, fanmail@gamertagradio.com. Anything else, guys, you want to say before we wrap it up?
I do.
Yeah. What's up?
The Call of Duty season pass is $50.
Yes, $50. And you get the zombies game mode.
That's insane. That is insane.
It's getting too expensive, right?
Yeah,
if it was 20, 25, okay. 50, that's a new game right there, man. I'd rather buy a new game, man.
It's insane in the fact that we already know there will be a new Call of Duty next year. So it's not like you're going to get 2 years of gameplay out of this before the next one comes out. Oh, that's a lot for 1 year, man. You're basically spending, what,
2 games?
2 games, $110 a year to play Call of Duty.
Yep, 100% agree. That's not my thing. Hasn't been since they first started launching it with Modern Warfare 3.
But you're excited. But you're excited for it, so you're going to spend
I'm excited for the game. No problem. I'm spending my $60. I'm all on board. But what's on that disc is all I want. Simple.
So you're saying you won't get the DLC at all?
No. There's too many other games to play to even worry about DLC.
Interesting.
Very true. That is very true.
So again, I'm in a very small minority of Call of Duty players because most people buy all of that crap and they play it all year long. But I can't play Call of Duty for a year like I used to when I was a teenager. It's just there's too many other interesting things out there that is focused on one game. But
you know what's the crazy part about that though? Like, there's so many games next year. The DLC is not coming out this year. It's coming out next year. Yeah. Why even worry about DLC with all those great games coming out in 2015?
I mean, there still are people that only buy Madden or Call of Duty or NBA 2K every year, and that's their one go-to game. So that is who they're appealing to.
That's fine. I'm not mad at them. That's good for them. If that's the only thing they play, cool. But for us, that we play multiple games.
Yeah.
If I get Call of Duty, cool. I got the game. I'm good. Season pass, not so much. I'd rather play, the other games that's coming out with that $50 instead of spending it DLC. Why not spend it, The Order or, Quantum Break or Halo, whatever, Uncharted. I'd rather spend on that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, I promote new experiences because when new IPs come out, we need to throw our wallet at it because that means new experiences, not just rehashing of old ideas. But hey, that's what makes the money to make a new IP. So it's a circle of life for gaming. So.
Or wait a couple months and you see a great price for cheap.
That is like a 4-letter word for hardcore gamers. We don't know what that means.
I know. Hey, Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Ooh, excited for this year.
Cool. All right, guys. That's it. Pasa, anything else? You good?
No, I'm good. Ready to go home and shoot some terrorists, I guess, go save America again. I don't even know what the plot. The Call of Duty plot points are so ridiculous. I don't even know what to expect anymore.
Well, you're gonna meet Kevin Spacey though. That's for sure.
I hope I hope that's the final boss. I want to be Kevin Spacey.
Austin, hearing you talk about Call of Duty, you have me so excited. It just it's so exciting to hear you not know anything about the game, but you're right.
Just gonna go and buy
Kevin Spacey. That's all you know.
Yeah, that's what you know.
I don't even watch House of Cards, so it's like, oh yeah, he was in that one movie, Seven, right? So it's like, I don't know. As long as I have fun, I'm happy.
No, for real, you're right. As long as it's fun, that's all that matters. And look, it's Call of Duty. Who cares?
It's Call of Duty.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's running and shooting. You know what to expect.
It's like me. Like, I love Sunset Overdrive, and Paris doesn't. But I'm having fun. That's all that matters to me. All right, guys. So next week we will release a brand new episode of Gamer Tag Radio.
You should insert some crickets wherever you said.
Later. See you guys.
Hey guys, this is Jeff. I just wanted to call in. I just listened to the Sunset Overdrive review, and I think it's great that you guys can all have different opinions, and I totally see where Paris is coming from. I've yet to enjoy this title. I do plan on picking it up, but I'm not going to lie to you. Destiny is the reason I'm not going to be spending a lot of money this holiday season, because all I want to do is when I come home is jump on, knock out some bounties, run some missions with my buddies. It's just the most fun I've had playing with my friends in a very long time is Destiny. But I just love hearing you guys, two of you love the game. One of them's not really there for it. It continues to be hands down one of the best podcasts around. And part of the reason is just hearing you guys discuss and actually being able to talk to each other without one screaming over. I just think you guys are doing an amazing job. I wanted to give you props for that, and I just back to Destiny, go Guardians. But yeah, great show, good job, and I look forward to each and every episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Gamer Tag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Tune in next week.